Hey guys, I moved over to the desk. I didn't want to leave us in the dark place that I left us in my last video about how long demolition will take. I think there's an alternate path forward um, that still might not be pretty, but it's going to be half as ugly or a third as ugly as that path. Called the old path, which is just a demolition focused plan, which is that we double down on demolition, maybe hire some more cops, but pretty much don't change anything else. In that event, I don't see us stopping our population loss until the houses are clear, possibly in 15 years. Because if the reason people don't want to move here now is all these slum houses, they're going to be around for 15 years, and we just got to count on losing people for 15 years. If that happens, we'll lose another 300, 350 owner-occupied homes, either from old people dying or families moving to Bridgeport, Morgantown, out of state. Lose a total of 2,500 people due to slum housing also being removed. We will have to demolish almost 1,900 homes. And that's going to cost us, say at least $19 million, probably more than that. And our tax revenues are probably going to take a hit of at least, I don't know, $750,000 a year. This is due to somewhat to reduce property values of the slum housing coming down, but primarily due to the people aren't going to be here and spending money, and so that sales tax, B&O tax revenue is going away. The alternate vision is, let's say we spend some money on beautification. We get a real plan in place to transform our downtown into, say, like a arts and entertainment district. And we have a program to incentivize people, young people, to come in and to buy houses and flip them. And we fix some of our zoning that, other things I've talked about. I'm not a cop, and I'm not talking about crime prevention. It's not my area. But I do think I kind of understand how zoning really hurts cities, and if we could fix that and get rid of some of the roadblocks for redevelopment. Let's say that we continue to shrink for 5 years, but then things level off. Don't necessarily get better, but they just level off. And we don't have to completely run all the poor people out of town that are living in slum housing. Let's say there's enough investors come in that begin to improve the houses or buy vacant houses, improve them. That's 400 homes we won't have to demolish. And that's another 200 to 250 owner-occupied homes that won't come vacant and need to be demolished. So under this scenario, we only have to demolish 900 homes at a cost of maybe $9 or $10 million. We only lose 1,000 people, maybe $250,000 in tax revenue lost. But then we probably bring in an additional $500,000, not a year, $500,000 total in B&O tax from people improving their homes. Construction costs. That all adds up, to a savings of like $10 million over the course of 15 years. That's, $650,000 a year that we won't have to be spending. Now, granted, it won't be that much because a code overhaul is going to cost money, for a specialist to help us with that. Downtown beautification, neighborhood beautification is going to cost money. But it's not going to be on the level of what we would spend having to demolish homes and just watch our world and our town shrink around us. Because that's otherwise what we're looking at. I said I don't think anyone will watch my video if it's pessimistic. They're not listening to what I say. Well, that's true, but it's also true no one's going to want to stay in Clarksburg if that's how things are. I mean, that's just reality. People don't want to stay where it's dark. And so I hope, the alternate vision is to start moving the ball forward and not just focus on how bad things are. Deal realistically with the bad, but start working toward the good. And if we do that, I really do think it'll be a difficult but much less painful, much less dark path than the one that's strictly focused on demolition. I'll holler at you later.